Oh, well, let's just go all the way around. Let's go all the way. Do you guys remember that song? Let's go all the way. It's the only words I know from this song. Let's go all the way. Don't know if you guys remember that song. It was probably from the 80s, I'm guessing. Sounds 80s. Feels 80s. Drips of 80s. We're going to go this way today. I think this is probably the prettiest sunrise view. I'll tell you that I don't know if you can certainly hear. It's a metal table. And being that it's probably about 50 degrees out right now, this metal table's a cold table. Good morning, EJ Charpentier. Good morning, RJ. And good morning to you. Chipot, do you remember the song I'm talking about? Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. That's all it said. Tommy John, good morning, Tommy. How far is my house from the restaurant? It is, I don't know, 300 yards, something like that. What's funny, there's some dorms. I'm coming at you. Oh, I already said good morning. Good morning, Jeff. And good morning, Rockin' Robin. I'm coming at you from Yellowstone, where I worked. I'm working for the season as a waiter at the dining room. Oh, yes, I am. Don't say I'm not. And they put us up in dorms here, which is kind of interesting. And there's several dorms, and they're all fairly close to where we work, a short walk. Mine's probably about as far as it can be, and it's, I don't know, 350 yards maybe from door to door. And because of that, the walk, I don't know, takes 4 or 5 minutes or so. And we work a lot of double shifts here, and we get off work and we're tired, and we work a lot of waiter hours, which means I was working till midnight last night, and I'm talking to you at 5:54 a.m. this morning. Good morning from England. But anyway, I noticed some of my coworkers, we worked the morning shift yesterday, or the breakfast shift, and they left work and came back and it changed. And I was jealous because I was sitting there in my work clothes, having lunch in my work clothes, and wanting nothing more than to get out of those work clothes. However, because they lived in a dorm like 40 yards from our door, from the workplace, our place of work, they could go home, change, and come back in 2 minutes. But because I lived 350 yards away, the barrier to changing clothes was much more significant. So there I was, eating my lunch just after my shift in my work clothes, knowing that I had about 4.5 hours off before I went to the dinner shift. Finished the dinner shift late. Oh, yes, I did. And I got home about midnight, laid in bed or changed or got out of those same damn work clothes. Perhaps the same work clothes you see in front of you right now. And, got about 4.5 hours sleep. Got up and started over again. So anyway, this is a show, Coffee with Ken, and it is Thursday morning. It is 5:55 a.m. Happy Thursday. Do you get a meal allowance? Great question, Rockin' Robin. No, we eat in the cafeteria. We really get all we can eat. 3 meals a day from like 6 to 8:30, and then 11 to, 1, and then again from 4:30 to 6:30 or something like that is our dinner or our meal schedule. You would think visitors there would go to bed early. Yeah, I think most of our visitors do go to bed fairly early. But we have people coming from all over the world and all over the country for sure. A lot of people are tired. There's a lot of people doing a lot of traveling, a lot of driving, a lot of hiking, a lot of bear watching, a lot of scenery observing. We do have a fair amount of tired out people. It's not a place, I don't think, where you really come and party. Sure, some people maybe get overserved from time to time. But generally, when you don't think Yellowstone, you think a good time. But you don't think like a crazy good time like Las Vegas or New Orleans or the Big Apple or maybe any other major metropolitan center. You don't come here for the bars as much as, or the cocktails as much as you do the scenery. So, anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know this show that they call at what our restaurant closes at. We stop seating at 10. But by the time the last customer gets out, it's usually close to 11. And I don't know if anyone there has been in the restaurant business. There's always side work. Side work means wrapping silverware for the next shift, cleaning your area, cleaning various spots of the kitchen, getting it prepared for the next shift. And when you're working 2 shifts a day, seems you're spending a lot of your day doing side work. But anyway, as I was saying, for those that have been watching a while, it's not just a show about me talking. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. If I get tired at work, I wonder if anyone will notice if I bring this to my bus station this morning and just rest my chin on it. Get like a toothpick, kind of like Clockwork Orange, to hold my eyeballs open as I sleep. Had you ever been a waiter prior to this? Yes, I had, Rockin' Robin. This is my 4th stint as a waiter. It was perhaps for foreshadowing or that I've done videos about my waiter experience before. I was a waiter at a fairly fine dining restaurant in college. I was a waiter at a nice Italian restaurant about 20 years ago. 10 years ago, when I went through my first divorce, I was a waiter at Outback Steakhouse and was working as a realtor at the time as well, but needed additional funds. And here I am again, lo and behold, at 55 years old. But anyway, no more questions for the next 30 seconds, please. It's a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I am very excited to have my first sip of coffee this morning. And my hope is wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Get the lid open just right. You need to crack both edges. Cheers to us. Oh. It's not cafeteria coffee. Shh. A lot of my coworkers, some of my bosses, I think, even watch this show. If I get let go for drinking restaurant coffee in a restaurant I work at before a shift I start on 4 hours of sleep, God did not want me to have this job anymore. But it's restaurant coffee. Do I like Star Wars? Yes, I like Star Wars. I was in 4th grade when the first one came out. And a buddy of mine, Chris McCracken, watched it, went to the movies 12 times. That's because we couldn't watch it any other way. There was no cable. There was no, streaming, and there was no sound. I must be getting old. But you had to go to the theater to see your movies. There was no Netflix. There was no streaming. There was no anything. There was no Blockbuster even then. Good morning, Lisa. Thank you, Rockin' Robin. My favorite Taco Bell order, I don't know. It changes with their menu. And I haven't been to Taco Bell in a while, but it was the chicken enchilada. I don't know. It's on the $2 menu. Because of inflation, about 8 months ago, they wiped out their $2 menu, which is upsetting to me. Speaking of inflation, a big part of the reason I'm here, and a big part of the reason I think a lot of us are here, is The draw is Yellowstone, or that's certainly the cherry on the sundae. But I think a lot of the reason, I mean, it might be 40% Yellowstone, 20% a job, and at least 40%, and I know it has to add up to 100%, at least 40% really affordable housing. But because you're living in affordable housing, you kind of get used to affordable housing. And because you're waiting at a pretty decent restaurant, you make a fair chunk of change. And because you're living in Yellowstone, there's really not many places to spend your money. So when you get checks, and yesterday was payday, and you cover your financial responsibilities, and oh yes, I do have them, you still have some money left over, which feels good. After housing, after food, after utilities, after numerous financial responsibilities. And although, let me tell you, the work is not glorious, and the sleeping arrangements are not glorious, and the communal bathroom is not glorious, and even the cafeteria is not glorious, it's nice to know that I'm accomplishing what I set out to when I came out here. And maybe I didn't even know what I was coming out here for. Maybe I thought it was going to be, I don't know what I thought it was going to be. But again, I'm pleased certainly pleased with the financial arrangements of here. And certainly know they've lived up to their bargain, and the work has been more, the pay has been better, and the ability to spend, because you're working a lot and living in Yellowstone again, is very little. So money goes a little further, and that feels good. But I do keep my eye on the ball, and my eye is, the proverbial ball is getting back to my kids back in the Chicago suburbs. And sometimes it's easy to get distracted and get down and be tired and be grumpy and be grumbly and not be very excited to be working the breakfast shift today. It's nice knowing I'm moving forward and doing what I need to do. RJ says, can I spend more time in the map room? How much time do you want me to spend in the map room, RJ? You know? I don't know. It's a room. It's a room. It's a nice room. It's a pretty room. It's got nice wood and nice maps. I hang out there a little bit, but it's kind of quiet. And, I'm there maybe 2 hours a day. I don't want to spend any more time in the map room. I spend plenty of time in the map room. Today is my Friday. It is my Friday, Will Bill Chill. It is my Friday. And between me and, do you guys remember Fred Flintstone? Do you guys remember Fred Flintstone or no, maybe it was the Jetsons. I don't know. They're almost the same show. One's prehistoric, one's set in space. I think it's the Fred Flintstones, because somebody pulled on the parrot's tail and it squawked, and that meant it was quitting time, and Fred yelled yabba dabba doo and ran off and was done for the day. That is going to be me this afternoon at about 4:30 today. So I got about 10 hours between me and quitting time and yabba dabba doo time. Have I gotten any mail? I had somebody send me a very nice Illinois hat. I don't know who it was from. I went to University of Illinois. I graduated in 1990. I got mail from Will Bill Chill, who sent me this great coffee. I'm not drinking near enough coffee. Oh, is it Joe Rockhead? Mr. Slate, Fred was a good bowler. He must have had sore feet, because his feet were used as the brake for his little prehistoric vehicle. But anyway, I got a cool Illinois hat, and thank you to the anonymous at this point gifter that sent me an Illinois hat. I wore it immediately. I was very pleased. Bozeman vacay this weekend? No, I'm not going to go to Bozeman this weekend. I'm not going to go to Bozeman this weekend. It's fun, and it was good, but I wasn't there as much as vacay as searching out options in life. And I was considering a restaurant job that was up there. And I was kind of looking into housing and looking where I'd live, and excited about the opportunity and really excited about living in Bozeman. But I felt it might be taking me away from where I needed to go or where I needed to be. And that was back in the Chicago area with my kids. And because of that, and I mean, not because, I mean, there's no guarantees in anything in life, so wasn't really looking for a guarantee. But my would-be employers there knew what I needed to make a month, and they are busy in the summer, and it wouldn't have been a problem. But they were concerned in the winter that I might be tough, and I told them it wasn't their responsibility. But the more I thought it was taking me the wrong direction from where I really want to go. And although I text and FaceTime my big girls and FaceTime my babies, I have two beautiful little children. Tears always come up every day because my call is short and I miss them very much. And it's hard being a few states away from your kids. It certainly is. And I look forward to getting back with them and squeezing them, and their mom's being super sweet and messaging me and FaceTiming me videos of them a lot. And my babies look cute and beautiful and soft and squishy. And I can't wait to get back with them and cuddle with them and hug them and hold them and do what it is that dads do. Because I miss that. So, a little more coffee. Ooh. But it's Thursday morning. I've got 10 hours of joyful waiting in front of me. I will have fun. I will drink some coffee. I will joke with some customers and some employees alike. Hopefully the shift will go well and we'll have a good couple of breakfast shift and lunch shift. And then I will take off this uniform for the next 2 days or so and enjoy whatever adventures lay ahead. And maybe they will be quiet adventures. And if they're quiet adventures, maybe that's okay. Because maybe what I'm here for is working hard, appreciating life, appreciating the love I have for my kids, appreciating my hometown of Chicago, and covering financial responsibilities and saving up a little money, all of which I am accomplishing on this trip out here. And sometimes when the alarm goes off early, you're wondering why. You're wondering why. But there's a reason. It's not always so obvious. And the reason I came up with as I was trudging down to the bathroom today was to make me stronger, to keep making me stronger. Do I recite my specials verbally? Yes, I do. I mean, we usually have one dinner special. We don't have any, you rarely have breakfast specials, so I won't be doing, or lunch specials, so I won't be reciting any specials today. But yes, we do. Sleep time, our days off. I'm not kidding. I worked breakfast and dinner, so I started yesterday at 6 and got done around midnight, 6 a.m. to midnight. And yeah, I had a 4.5-hour break, which allowed me to eat, throw some laundry in, and sleep, and edit a couple videos, which if you're watching anywhere, please watch. I was wearing a red shirt on my videos yesterday that I was doing yesterday. But it doesn't allow for much time other than necessities of sleep and feeding ourselves and cleaning ourselves and doing laundry. But this is where I am. And this is where I am. And I'm looking forward to drinking my coffee. What item is popular for lunch? My favorite item on our lunch menu is the fish tacos. Comes with 5 little fish tacos with little hot peppers and slices of guacamole and whatever the fish of the day is, and with this nice sauce that goes with it. So I want to thank you for watching on this Thursday morning. I hope your week is going well. I hope you had a wonderful night's sleep. You're feeling good. You're appreciating the little things. You're at peace. You're happy. You're joyous. And if you're not, you're accepting of your struggles and learning from them and working through them. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.